I can still remember my first experience of God of War, and how Kratos' epic struggle for vengeance after the god Ares got him to kill his own family while deep in rage-fueled bloodlust and under his very own spell blew my little 9-year-old mind, and grew a lifelong interest in mythology. This game spawned a trilogy, and from what I remember, every single one was a banger, as we followed Kratos continuing to dole out his Spartan justice to the rest of the pantheon of Olympus. There were even smaller side entries I still haven't played, like Betrayal. I do remember playing Chains of Olympus on the PSP for the brief moment that those were cool. Fast forward to the PlayStation 4 in 2018 and we get the first of the Norse saga, which provided a new take on the story and mechanics while maintaining the same epic vibes and challenging action gameplay of the old ones. I was late to the party on these more modern entries and only recently completed my first playthrough of the 2018 game on PC, but it reignited my love for the series and I had to immediately download Ragnarök on PS Plus for the PlayStation 5. This time I decided to turn it into my next platinum video with the added twist of doing everything on the hardest difficulty. I'll also be turning to play all the old entries I can get my hands on as well, so like and subscribe for more Kratos and let's get started. Our grizzled god's journey begins 3 long years after the events of the previous game. Him and his newly pubertied son have been surviving the harsh Fimbulwinter that had befallen the realms after Kratos killed Baldur and set the apocalypse into motion. Each seemed to be hiding things from the other, while Kratos still carrying the bag that contained his wife Ashes, which they spread from the highest peak in all the realms in the previous game, and Atreus is seen eyeing this mysterious orb before quickly tucking away before his father sees, much like what we just saw Kratos do.
Ready.
As the boy and I make our way home, carried along by the sled thanks to Specky and Svanna, and all their hard work, we get a glimpse into Freya and her quest for vengeance, which still burns hotter than ever towards us for killing her son. Thankfully, we escape the goddess's grasp for now, and home at last we now have to watch as Atreus' wolf Fenrir dies, and a strange light leaves his body. This will come into play later. After heading inside and getting to see the best head Mimir again, Kratos lays down and goes to sleep where he dreams his lost wife before awakening to learn that Atreus has never returned. So off we go, and now the run truly begins. While on our son's trail, we come across the first enemy type, the rather simple raider. Simple but still plenty deadly when grouped up. This was my first taste of the second game's combat, and I was anxious to compare it to the fresh experience of the first that was still in my mind, and personally I thought it felt immediately improved in every way. Swings felt like they had more impact, the dodge felt smooth and just all around more useful, and as we will see as we go, the variety of everything had been greatly ramped up. One thing I find rather annoying though is this buffing mechanic that pretty much every single enemy has. It would seem to try and pressure you to focus on a single enemy, but there's plenty of situations where there's no way you could stop defending without taking damage. So it's either a trade-off of let the enemy heal and buff themselves, or roll the dice and hope you don't die as you ignore everything else to try to stop them. We make our way through hordes of raiders, intent on getting in our way every step we take towards our son.
Above you, fire! That one's got a swing. Look out, brother.
Then as we come out of the cave and spy a suspiciously arena-esque looking clearing down below, we are attacked from behind by a massive bear, and so begins our first boss fight.
Well, we found the bear, or he found us. Oh, he seems angry.
After nearly killing the bear, we discover it was Atreus all along, and we earn our first trophy. Reunited once again, we now have Atreus to aid us in battle, which in comparison to the first game, our boy is a considerable game changer nowadays, especially as we fill his skill tree. We return home, set down the head, tell the boy to get to bed, where we quickly follow suit, being once again woken abruptly and thrust into the unknown. But this time, we are immediately greeted by Thor.
Can I come in? I have meat.
We did kill both his sons in the previous game, so this is a tense and very well done scene. It's not long, however, before another knock on the door and become face to face with Odin, already. I really love how they put you right into the shit with these two, some of the most powerful gods of the game right in the beginning. The whole section was really good and one of my favorite parts. Odin, however, is not interested in fighting. Not yet, he's got his own agenda, and really could care less about much of anything else. After refusing his twist offer for peace, the first battle with Thor begins.
Don't take all day.
About time. I've been waiting for this. You're not from here. We got a tradition called blood payments. It means I get a piece of you for what you took from my family. You'll pick it up.
They're not messing around with this fight either. Right out the gate, we got multiple phases with the God of Thunder.
For Boulder. Now show me this god killer I've heard so much about. I did not seek that fight with your brother. I don't care. You're fucking hopeless. You spit on my son's memories. I can't believe they lost to you. You know my past. The ghost of Sparta thing? Yeah. Then you know what I'm capable of. Show me! Now we gotta fight. You insult me holding back like this. Better than this. Stop holding back. That's for madness. Sorry about your statue, Tyr, you preachy old Was it luck? Did my son die to blind fucking luck? Dumbass! You think you can come here, become a daddy, get a clean slate? That ain't how it works. You're a destroyer, like me.
We even got this bit where he wins a QTE against us, seemingly killing Kratos, but just when you think you gotta reload the fight, he jumpstarts your heart and brings you right back into the fight. No fucking way, dude. That was cool. Odin told him to keep you alive, so that's exactly what he's doing, while at the same time exacting the blood price for his sons.
No way my boys fell to this. Charlie's going to remember your old moves.
Unfortunately, I did have my first real death of the playthrough shortly after.
This is reloading! You put him last, even in death. The fuck you say?
Eventually, our weapons clash in a crackling burst of thunder and ice, each trying to overcome the other with the strength of gods behind them. Another impact later, and the frozen lightning bolt is left in their wake, piercing the sky and casting a ghostly blue aura on the ice and our fighters before it. And so begins the final phase of their fight.
Where's the love of the fight? Clever won't beat me. I see why my sons fell to you. Even this lesser version of you. But I am not my sons. And your boy, Allfather, has plans for him. There he is.
After Thor is satisfied with the blood payment, we are reunited with Brock and Sindri. We also get our second trophy for the Battle of Thor. Couldn't be happier to see such great characters return, and that's something else this game does really well in my opinion, is give the characters character, make them feel cozy and familiar, actually make you care what they say, and the stories they have to tell. The best dwarves take us to Tyr's Temple, a place we visited often in the first game. I equipped some gear for the first time, and we traveled back home, where we learned that while we were busy, Odin invited Atreus to Asgard, showing us a brief glimpse into what he was really there for. To make up for his lying about searching for Tyr during the night, Atreus pleads for his father to come with him so he can show him what he's found at least. Begrudgingly, Kratos agrees, and we're given our chain blades back. Before setting out, we now get introduced to the enemy's shielding mechanic. So every once in a while we see the special overlay on their health, and this means we need to use the opposite color to break it. So if we see blue, we need to use the fire of our chain blades to get through it, and if we see red, we need to use the cold of our axe. A bit further on, I have messed with the skill tree, obtaining a few new combos and earning our next trophy. Now, this is a deceptively large game. I believe my first playthrough of 2018 God of War was less than 10 hours altogether, and I didn't do all the side content, mind you. However, this playthrough took me almost 70 hours to do everything. Of course, that's on the hardest difficulty, but still, this game is enormous, and this video would be a week long if I showed it all. So my goal is to focus on trophy progress and some of the harder fights, of course, but also keep everything so far as story and character progress coherent and interesting, while certain areas I might resort to a brief summary to get back on the main path. I plan on doing plenty more of this game in the future, and have even bought the game on PC already, where I'm playing for the second time on stream, alongside making this video. That's how much I loved it. Also, anytime you see my dumbass head in the corner, that just means I was streaming at the time. As we follow Atreus, the spice starts heating up a bit. They could just keep buffing? That's crazy. Oh shit. Right, bitch. Get yeeted. Oh yeah, we can like pick up trees and shit now and whack people with it. I guess that was kind of irrelevant at that point, but that is cool. One nice touch of design is how in the first game, Kratos was unable to read the local language and had zero interest in it at all, leaving that kind of work to his son. Now, since he has taken the time to learn, we no longer need to wait for his kid. Instead, we pull out Mimir and read them together right away. We also run into the first Huntress, which is a special enemy that can be super annoying if you're not patient, or especially if there's ads attacking you along with her. Circle, circle. The Huntress. Nice. Get that ass, Kratos. Thankfully, this one's not too bad, and it gives us our first weapon ability. Eventually, we arrive at what Atreus wanted to show us. Turns out the shrines from the previous game can be opened. Some belong to different giants, and some have these little orbs that Atreus was holding in the beginning. We also learn Tyr, the Norse god of war, might still be alive, and is prophesied to lead the armies against Odin at Ragnarök. We work out that Tyr's prison is likely to be in Svartalheim, the Dwarven realm, so that is our next destination. After returning to the cabin, Sindri quickly shows up and tells us to come and stay with them, since we can no longer be sure the gods won't show up at our house again. So we travel to the realm between realms, where we find our new cozy home. We will be returning here between each of our journeys to the other realms, and it will grow more lively with the more friends we make. It's just a really nice place to be. I do upgrade the axe and some new armor. I wasn't ready to abandon the beautiful cape yet though, so I kept that, even though it wasn't maybe the most intelligent thing. There totally should have been more capes as part of more armor sets. It's the only one I found in my entire playthrough. That does give us another trophy though. Let's just do that. Ooh. Before heading out to Svartalheim, Mimir is integral in upgrading our realm travel capabilities.
In your eyes. Oh, Cindy, you stunning bastard! That's it. That's it. Good.
Now we can travel anywhere right from these doorways instead of needing to return to the temple to go through that whole process like in the first game. Svartalheim consists of steamy, sweaty wetlands filled with lots of slightly annoying but all around not too difficult reptile-like enemies, along with a dwarven city at the base of a mountain that we will have to eventually ascend at the end of our journey here. We get our first health upgrade while here. As well as the first rage upgrade. This is something we need to max out eventually for a trophy. Another bit of important progress we make is obtaining the first of Kvasir's poems, which 14 are required for a trophy. We arrive in the dwarven city Nidavellir, only to be met with panic and the raising of the alarm. The first of 48 ravens are taken down once our boat docks along the now emptied harbor. Up ahead, Sindri gives us sonic arrows, opening new paths. I also mostly stuck with Sonic in combat, as I geared my build towards high stun damage, and it seemed to be really powerful with Sonic arrows. Luckily, we also unlock Resurrection Stones before continuing, giving us an opportunity to revive once during combat, as long as we have one. But they are one-time use, which can get pricey real quick early on if you're constantly having to buy them, and it didn't take me long to waste the first one. Sindri brings us yet another gift.
One more thing. Although, these are gifts I'm giving to you, so I shouldn't be sorry and you should be thankful. Anyways, here. Please be careful.
It is a compass.
Ah, but a beautiful...
I love how they immersify everything like this. The Bay of Bounty is the first large open area of the game, giving us multiple locations to spread out to explore and challenging enemies to fight. These areas tend to have at least one main side quest, like freeing a creature or healing the lands, and are filled to the brim with loot, giving us lots of opportunities at crafting materials to raise our power with. Every area like this is designed to be explored multiple times as well, coming back as you unlock abilities and progress the story with new paths open to you, dialogue to be had with companions, and even different combat encounters awaiting each time. I come across this watchtower and discovered I needed a key to get through, so we'll be returning here. Right around the corner, I discovered one of the super annoying hateful bosses. There are a total of 6 of them. Each is basically the same thing, with just ads being mostly what varies each time. But they're super fast and punishing, and definitely not my favorite thing at first. Or ever, really, but I definitely didn't hate them quite so much once I started to get a bit more gear and confidence in my parry, because they're pretty simple. Like I said, they're basically the same thing. So once you get that parry down and you can actually survive maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, they're not too bad. So I figured I would come back at a later time, instead of continuing to beat my head against it and just get frustrated. I knew we would have to be back in the area again anyway. Another raven tastes the biting cold of our steel as we arrive at one of the mining rigs, which is just another one of the bigger side quests in the area. Mimir desperately wants us to shut them down and stop their pollution, since he is responsible for their existence in the first place, like much of the problems plaguing the dwarves actually. While continuing my search for the watchtower key, we cross the path of another new enemy, one that charges us down, trying to pummel us with brute strength, while periodically spewing the same little lizards we had been finding along our path so far. Once victory had been achieved, we found the watchtower key. I even get another health upgrade already. The Draugr, the main enemy type from the first game, make their full return at the next rig. Then it's just one last fight and the mining rigs are shut down for good.
It is done.
If you could call so meager a task done.
It doesn't take too long for the sea life to return and for the air to freshen up. It's now time to head to the watchtower with key in hand. After shooting the drum, the Lingenbacher rises from the water just enough to expose new areas along its back to explore before it's stopped by its chains. Chains that our good friend Mimir wrapped it in long ago. Now time to help him right that wrong though. First I had my own score to settle. So I died to the hateful once more for good measure, then went to help instead. Along the Lingenbacher's back, we rid it of Draugr scum that infest it like fleas everywhere. Eventually finding its chains' weak points, breaking them one by one. Even getting another poem and raven along the way. Finally, we destroy the final link of the chains that held the creature. Sadly, the resolution is not quite what Mimir hoped.
It needs a little encouragement.
There is no making things right. Only better than they were.
Making amends. Hey, that was a trophy too. Feeling good about my first excursion through the bay, I decided to head to Durlin's and finally progress the main story. Durlin's a funny character and a great addition to our dwarven friends. At least, I think we're friends.
Take this.
What is it?
A fine. Hygiene code violation for improper transport of a rotting head. 2 demerits for speaking the All-Father's given name, and, yeah. For fucking up my desk!
A fine?
Pay it at your leisure, okay? Get out of my office.
We exit Durlin's office to continue our search for Tyr, but not before absolutely destroying another fight. One thing I haven't really been able to show all that much of yet is the sheer amount of enemies in a lot of these fights now. For the sake of time, I have to edit a lot of these less important fights out, but the difficulty has steadily curved upwards at a nice pace in this one. Whereas 2018 felt super punishing right away with much less of a toolkit to work with. This one feels much more of like a slower burn in difficulty and exploration, which I've really enjoyed so far. Riding up the mountain, Kratos and his son are nearing the mine they believe Tyr to be held captive in. But of course, things can't be that easy, as now it's time for the first of the Drekkie fights.
Is that a Trekkie? What happened here?
Like I remember seeing that in like one of the screens. Not dead, not dead. So lucky. Let's go, man. What a good fight. Crazy what a upgrade they did on all the bosses so far in comparison. Every single one's been better than any boss in the first one, I feel like. The new takedowns that happen with some of these bigger enemies when your companion joins you are just so badass. With the track fixed, we can continue riding up the mountain, just long enough to be attacked once again, causing our car to crash and Kratos to take his frustrations out on this troll. We fight, puzzle, and loot our way through to finally reach the entrance to the mine. This place is a densely packed series of tunnels, walkways, and filled to the brim with enemies. I do find our first relic, which is an extra rechargeable ability. There are quite a few in the game that can really help spice up combat and builds. This one grants just a small bonus to melee damage, nothing all too crazy. Unfortunately, I come across another hateful. It wrecked me so hard I didn't even bother resurrecting. I really didn't like these guys, let me tell you, in the beginning. So I said screw that until I'm stronger and less bad, then left to continue my search for Tyr, and luckily not too much further, we ran into this locked door. I command the boy to shoot off its hinges, but before we get to peek inside, the Einrihar show up, reinforcements from Asgard. This is also when we are first introduced to the Bifrost mechanic. Getting hit or even blocking an attack will cover your health with Bifrost, then getting hit again while under its effect will cause the Bifrost to explode, dealing damage to you equal to the amount of Bifrost that was covering your health. This can be super deadly for you and your foe. Once they're slain, we waste no time in ripping down the door and thankfully finding the man we were looking for, Tyr, the god of war of this land. He really doesn't trust what he sees though, understandably so, as he's presumably been tortured by Odin for many years now. So he runs, and Atreus rushes after him, leaving us companionless once again. Eventually, we catch them though, and after a stern talking to, Kratos gets this god under control. The three of us then make our escape. Unfortunately, the Norse god of war has quit violence, so he wasn't much help, but finally we make it home to the realm between realms once again. At this point, the adults are talking about adult things, and it's time for our first Atreus section. I personally really enjoyed these sections. They were a nice change up and usually rather chill and a lot less difficult and punishing like the normal sections were, even though they still got some difficulty that heated up later on, don't get me wrong. So we sneak out and go on a journey to see Freya, with a good old Sindri at our side. Atreus has his own way of doing things.
Not so easy, huh?
Shut up!
His combat is quite fun, and he's actually really powerful. It just takes some getting used to, and now that I'm playing this game through a second time on mouse and keyboard, while editing this I can say I enjoy his combat a lot more. On our way to Freya's, Sindri convinces me to stop and speak to the world serpent. After raising its massive body that stretches all the way around the world up out of the snow, he tells us the word ironwood, and for the moment that gives us more questions than answers. So we decide to press on, much to Sindri's dismay. Unfortunately, I lost a chunk of footage from here. I apologize, but I can summarize what happened as nothing important was missed. As far as trophies or combat goes, it was just a short chunk, maybe like 20 minutes or so. But Freya decides not to kill us, thankfully, and we tell her Tyr is alive still. She proceeds to kick us out of camp, and we return home, where luckily we go unnoticed. Then we get control, return to Kratos. And we leave for Alfheim with Atreus and Tyr, with the hopes of examining Groa's shrine for a hidden prophecy. In the previous game, we took down an army of dark elves, including their king. This severely put the land out of balance of light and dark, and now we had lots of light elves to contend with, which are just as frustrating, if not worse at times, than dark elves, so this was a rough section for me as I learned the new moveset. We also got a new type of attacks introduced. These ones have a blue ring around them, and when they appear we have to double tap the block to interrupt, and until we get certain shields that allow us to close the gap quickly. These attacks can be a huge pain in the ass. If you're just not close enough to the enemy when they initiate it, you're screwed. I mean, especially some of them have a room-wide AoE, and so I died to that quite a few times. Like, it was just, I had another enemy spamming me down, you know, so I'm dodging away, and then all of a sudden, one on the other side of the room will do this blue attack and just wipe you. So it's rough. It's definitely rough. You gotta just try to stay as close as possible.
Whoa, that looked like it hurt.
As far as the main pathways go, I probably had the hardest time with this one altogether. I died a lot here, but finally, after many challenging fights, we finally arrive at Groa's shrine. There, we learn that Groa had another hidden prophecy that instead showed Odin being defeated and Asgard destroyed, averting Ragnarök for the rest of the realms, allowing them to thrive. On our way through, we are stopped by Alva, an elite elf that we must dispatch before leaving Alfheim. I look desperately to the exit as I'm so freaking ready to get out of Elfheim, and then this happens.
Dark elf assault. How fortuitous.
I'm so sick of fighting elves. Can't they just leave us alone?
We are cast off path. We fall right in the middle of elves at battle, light and dark. Then victorious dark elves make their return. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long to battle our way out, and before I knew it, we were back home, upgrading the axe that just gets more beautiful as we go. While the gang gathers around to eat Tyr's home-cooked meal, he calls Atreus champion in reference to Groa's prophecy. This gets Kratos angry as it goes against his wishes to not speak of it. This creates an argument, and Atreus storms off. Sindri's advice is to sleep and cool off, so now we somehow end up dreaming our way to Ironwood, the place the world serpent spoke of, and the setting for our next Atreus section. Now this is one, I did like it overall, I thought it was pretty good, but it did last a really long time. It was pretty, drawn out, and it was rather slow overall, with not a whole lot happening. The focus of the area is Angrboda, a lonely giant that has spent many years by herself, waiting for this very moment for Loki, which is Atreus' giant name, to come so that she can tell him his destiny. Luckily though, she can fight with us, and as we make our way through, our magically imbued arrows rain down while her vibrant color bombs are being thrown around, helping to increase our own damage. Combined with the uniquely beautiful forest that we find ourselves in, this is definitely a visually nice section. Atreus is also stoked to be talking to another giant, his own people, and until now he wasn't even sure if they were extinct or not. Angrboda, we learn, is struggling to accept that her own purpose is about to be fulfilled, and seemingly her path or importance is over, as she lived just to meet Loki and to send him on his way after telling him of his prophecy. which, when we arrive at our camp, she does show the prophecy that Kratos saw in the previous game at the very end, where he dies. And Atreus does not take this well. He freaks out, goes wolf form. Luckily, Angerboda is able to calm us down. But he still refuses to accept it, the flames of his desire to change things growing ever stronger. After helping Angerboda out with chores, and of course meeting Yala, whom we will be riding throughout the many winding rivers that carve their way throughout much of the Ironwood, picking fruit all throughout, we head to what she had waited all this time to show us. Which, this takes a really long time. But Atreus does get a big upgrade along the way. No, that's good.
That's it! You got this!
Yeah. Once we finally reach our destination, Atreus learns that the orbs hidden within the shrines are actually vessels for the surviving giants' souls. They hid away from Odin, and now Angerboda wants to give all that she has kept safe all these years to Atreus, which, while unsure of himself, accepts them for now. Angerboda gets upset that her part in all this is over, and now we must make our way back while Atreus tries desperately to cheer her up. But nothing seems to work. But on our way, a wolf is snatched up by another giant that has taken residence in these woods. Atreus refuses to stand for it, so we set out to free that poor pup. We learn that the giant's name is Grilla, and is Angerboda's grandmother. Unlike Angerboda, she is actually a giant. Within the deepest, dankest reaches of Grilla's cellar, we find a soulless snake. Atreus randomly decides to throw one of the giant's souls inside of it, which then proceeds to just slither off. Atreus rethinks his actions and gives the bag of giant souls back to Angerboda for now. One thing I didn't realize for the longest time, until some random exploration dialogue at the end, was that the snake went on to become the world serpent. Since in mythology, when Thor punches it, it gets thrown back in time before its own birth. This is also why the snake thought Atreus looked familiar in the first game. Just a cool bit of lore I wanted to share, I like that. The fight itself isn't too bad, rather simple and not worth wasting too much of the video on, but basically the goal is to destroy her cauldron. But she uses that to steal the souls of other creatures and live out their memories, so without it she won't have any reason to take the creatures. Oh, they're gonna make me fight her. Oh, wait, what is this?
Away from that!
Ouch.
Champion of the Jotnar.
Do you like
Here
that?
in my humble home. Having a bit of fun before your father croaks, eh?
Don't talk about my father!
So they got a delayed explosion, great! Oh, I see we gotta get her near it, yeah.
Watch out!
No.
Get off the counter!
I'm trying. Ah! Damn, I did that in the wrong.
Aim for the cauldron!
Oh, you don't say.
If I hit those candles at the right time, it could stun her.
Just get me off this fucking thing! I'm gonna die. Time for this to end. So after quite a few well-placed shots, the cauldron is no more and Grilla is broken, earning us another trophy.
This way.
Finally, after hours in the Ironwood, it's time to dream ourselves home. We accidentally go to the wrong home though, and after killing some Reavers, another returning enemy, Kratos meets us back at the gateway. And he is pissed, let me tell you.
I wanted to visit Fenrir.
For 2 days.
I...
Do not lie to me again.
Yeah, it's been 2 days, holy shit.
Why did you come here? Alone.
Thankfully, once again, we have control of Kratos, and just in time as another group of Reavers show up. But the real trouble was just beginning, because as we kill the last Reaver, a Valkyrie comes out of nowhere, and we are thrust into a super tough fight.
Doesn't seem she's in the mood to talk.
Yep, right through my dodge. Love it. It's always the best.
What we do?
Didn't something just happen? Finally, after wearing her down, we discover that it's Freya, out for vengeance once again. Atreus' bear mode helps to stop her, and she even seems to calm down ever so slightly enough for us to form a truce, and Kratos agrees to help her free herself from Odin's binding curse. So the dwarves take Atreus home, so he's totally grounded for the time, and we set off with Freya, which I really liked how they switched up the companions in this one. Traveling with Freya is a great time, and so the first journey to Vanaheim begins. We do get the backyard brawl trophy. Nothing you can do about it. It's all over. And we unlock another form of our rage, which is a cool addition in this one. Instead of having just the fury, we have valor as well, which allows us to trade rage for health. It can be tough to time it, but it is useful. Brock also joins us for this journey, and since Freya is quickly forced into her bird form, lest she be expelled from the realm until we remove her curse, Brock will be our fighting companion for a while. Vanaheim is also home to a lot of deadly plant life, which can get pretty annoying. And these damn exploding bulbs are hidden around every corner, and so you really have to go slow and just stare at the damn ground or just check every little nook and cranny, and it can get frustrating having your health constantly taken from you from these things. Well, thank fucking God. Luckily though, it doesn't take too long to reach Freya's camp, where Freya, still stuck in bird form, convinces her brother to let us pass. This is also where we meet Lunda, another dwarf. We'll get to know her quite well throughout our journey, and unfortunately at this point Brock has found who he's been looking for. So now, with Freya still stuck in bird form, we are forced to go the rest of the way on our own. Even Mimir stays behind to give us counsel at camp. One enemy I just straight up didn't agree with. I just didn't understand him. Maybe I was missing something integral to their design. But in the previous game they would, spawn a laser, but they would also have other attacks that they would do a lot more often. And this one, it seemed like most of the time he would just spawn this laser directly on top of me, and if I weren't just sitting there holding block, I would just take constant damage. I mean, even if I was holding block, I seemed to just still burn and whatnot, and then you combine this with other enemies spamming you down, forcing you to dodge and whatnot. This creates a lot of bullshit situations, so yeah, it tilted me pretty bad. All in all, this was definitely a decently tough section, being forced to go on your own with a lot of new enemies, and a lot of big fights. I had quite a few deaths through here. Like these little shits right here that like to hide out of the way and make everything else unkillable. This priority. Oh, this enemy seems awful already. Oh, Kratos. We do get another mini-boss style enemy. Not too difficult by themselves, but still very punishing. Don't you fucking dare. Get scythed. Damn. That was cool. Arriving at Freya's house, we spot the magic that's being used to bind her. But before she's able to peck it apart, a really cool fight interrupts us.
Creature! It belongs to Odin?
No! It protects Yggdrasil's roots wherever they are. Master was counting on it. You have its attention now! Don't lose it! Drag it out! Don't let it hide in the realm tear! It's still in the way! I need to get to those roots!
I know!
This is a long fight, but thankfully, a little ways through, Freya is able to break the spell, just enough to join the fight.
In that case,
Hurry!
finally!
You are free!
Vanaheim, yes, but there are more roots. She will guard them with her light. Your axe! Aim for my sigil! Yes! Bring it down! Don't just stand there! Move! Come on, Kratos, get him!
Nidhogg finally down and headless. Freya breaks the spell, and we also manage to drive home our new friendship even more before obtaining another new piece of gear, the amulet. As we upgrade the amulet, it'll allow us to equip more enchantments, basically giving us more avenues to create builds, with lots of special effects to choose from. Equipping our first amulet gives us a trophy, immediately followed by the Nidhogg trophy. We now have sigil arrows to work with, in and outside of combat. Basically, they allow the chaining of elements and are used in some creative puzzles. And on enemies, they can create an elemental explosion that spreads to others. I honestly didn't experiment with them much, and I mostly stuck to Sonic, but I have no doubt you can create a hell of a strong build out of them.
Shield strike!
On the way back to Freyr's camp, we see the wolf streak across the sky and change it to daytime, giving us a glimpse into the main mechanic here. Depending on day or night, the area will change and allow passage to new areas or shortcuts through old ones. And once we do a quest with the wolf's skull and hottie later on, we'll be able to manually change the day and night cycle. We get these new wisp enemies now that need to be shot with runic arrows before we can damage them. Finally return to Freyr's camp, where he is briefly upset that Freya refuses to stay. But hey man, we got gods to kill and all that. We're not done in Vanaheim yet though. Lunda requests our help finding an orb of hers, which is actually required for a trophy. So with Mimir once again safely on our hip and Freya at our side, we set back out into the lush forests of Vanaheim. Our new companion gives us the ability to interact with these doors, unlocking new secrets all over the realms. Freya has also asked for our help, returning with her to the place that she got married to Odin. So we add that to the to-do list while we're here. This fight though, man, holy shit. I didn't even realize how much I died to this fight until just now while editing it. Screw this fight.
Behind you, look out! It's regaining strength! On your right! It's unstable! Get back! Don't let it heal!
Take it off, man! You've got this!
Behind you, Kratos!
We then find Lunda's orb, and be careful, Kratos' Spartan senses are tingling.
Lunda's orb.
Be cautious. We know not what it
longer so cautious, brother.
Quiet.
He's right, Mimir. Show respect. The squeaky toy could have been the death of us all.
And it nearly was.
Do not laugh.
It's hard not to, brother.
Try.
Just straight up the worst damn enemy design in the game.
Behind you, brother!
Protect yourself!
Eventually, we make it to Freya's final tie to Asgard, a sword that she and Odin drove into a stone together on their wedding, that she now comes to retake.
Mona!
That damn realm isn't just Odin's. It belongs to me, too.
This gives her a second sword option we can swap between, one favoring Bifrost, and the other Stun. On the way out, we get another big surprise fight. With the double Drekkie down, I head back over to Lunda and Brock, where after all the exploration I've done so far, I'm able to craft Lunda's armor set. Which I didn't show much of the exploration around here because there was a lot of it, but I've been here a while. But Lunda's armor set is fantastic, especially early on. It poisons enemies and does increased damage against them. The only issue with it is it does require you to go barehanded, and I like swapping weapons around, so I didn't stick with it forever, but I did use it for a decent while. We also get another side quest to explore an Elven Sanctum back in Alfheim, so I head back over there and wasn't expecting that to turn into another incredibly long side journey as well. Our journey here consists mostly of discovering 2 new areas, each ravaged by sandstorms, with us needing to find a way underground and free a trapped creature. This giant bioluminescent jellyfish is quickly freed, and this part of the desert is clear of storms. Now heading into the second half of the desert, we go through another lengthy section of combat puzzles and looting as we make our way down to free the second one.
Son's safety. Even these creatures know there is little choice for a parent. You are not alone.
With the second Hafgufa free, we earn a trophy, and the 2 are now rejoined and create a bunch of baby Hafgufas. Before leaving, there's still a decent chunk of exploration to do. One thing of note is we found the first flower for the quest 9 Realms in bloom, and a flower from each 9 realms is required for a trophy. Nearby, another Raven is taken out, and we're now at 20 out of 48. We get our first Frost Phantom here. Nothing too special about this enemy, honestly, just rather tedious and takes quite a while to chip down. Each time you build its stun bar, you must find and destroy one of these pylons to actually hurt it, so it's just a matter of rinsing and repeating. Hope you can get more than 1 pylon at a time before it regens. And you have to build a stun bar all over again. Here's another big fight we take on before leaving Alfheim.
Not happy.
After what felt like an eternity of side paths and difficult fights, I return to the realm between realms and get back on the main path. We learn that Atreus is still acting out against our wishes, and not even Sindri is able to talk sense into the boy.
You better screw his head back on, and I mean tightly.
So you're back.
Are you ready to answer me?
About what?
Where did you go? Who did you see? Was it Odin?
What? Is that what you think?
Do you deny it?
Why don't you trust me?
If you want me to trust you, then tell me the truth.
The truth is you're being a complete asshole.
Atreus desperately wants to go to Asgard, and doesn't agree with his father and how he wants to do things. A large fight ensues. Atreus goes bear mode, hurts Sindri, and rushes out the door where he throws himself through the Mystic Gateway, landing painfully in the deep Fimbulwinter of Midgard, alone. We get some tough fights, but not anything really worth showing, and eventually we make our way to Freya's old house turtle, Charlie. The poor guy isn't doing too good, as Freya's been too busy hunting us to check in on him, but luckily we're here now, and we warm up Charlie before Hugin shows up, and desperate to find a way to change prophecy and save our father regardless of his wishes or the risks involved, Hugin whisks away willingly to Asgard. Unfortunately, it can't be so simple as us getting dropped off right at Odin's feet. First we must climb the wall of Asgard, which isn't too bad, and before too long we must meet Dickface Heimdall, who just barely decides not to kill us as we reach the top. He does, however, still lead us to the town, where he still intends to beat our ass.
Ha! Hey! Whoa! Hey! Helmets! I brought you a practice gun. I thought we were going to Odin. You see, the thing is, you do so I am not letting you anywhere near the all. Down, boy. Ah, good boy. That is what he deserves. I'm not letting you anywhere near the all. That's right. Show me all of your stupid little tricks. Oh, very nice. With moves like that, it is impossible to make Jotnar lost every war they ever fought. Ha! Hey! Worry about the one trying to bash your... That it? Is this all you have to show me, Jotun?
Luckily, Thor eventually will save us. Odin then takes us around to some different chores of his, clearly trying to win us over and get us to trust him. We soon find out why. Odin very much so has his own motivations. I quite like him as a character as well. It makes sense for a god that's been around for lifetimes, watch realms spring to life, pretty much been capable of anything except all knowledge. Basically, he just wants answers, especially to want to know what happens when he dies. Doesn't everyone? The man just wants answers, and I think that's relatable and understandable for anyone, even a god. He's willing to put up with what he needs to and make peace so that he can use Atreus to hopefully get closer to the answers he has searched for. Meanwhile, Atreus is basically trying to do the same thing for him, to save his father and stop Ragnarök. At this point, Atreus easily translates a part of the mask that Odin uncovered long ago. He believes once it's complete, it will allow the wearer to peek inside the crack of reality without losing an eye like he did. We are sent off to Muspelheim with Thor to find the next piece. Odin also gave us Ingrid, a sentient sword that is basically Atreus' commandable companion throughout his Asgard arc. Fortunately, we can't really spend too much time on this section, but it's not too long, and it's rather fun having Ingrid and Thor joining us in combat, so I'll show a little bit of that.
What else? Throw you? Good day's young. Don't bother getting
Thor, of course, really doesn't like us, but over time, we do start to grow on him, at least a little bit, and he starts to get ever so slightly more friendly.
An ogre!
worried.
Not in the slightest.
Neat trick.
help here?
Since we're short on time, I'll humor you.
We do run into Angerboda. While Thor is off doing the Crucible, she's decided to not write herself off and is making her own fate, looking for more giant souls. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to find the next piece of the mask and get back to Asgard, though. But now the boy needs some time to translate it and learn the location of the next piece. So off to rest we go. And it's finally time to be good old Kratos again. He is unsure of what to do, but he knows he must do something, so he seeks out the Norns, the fates of this land. Back to Midgard we go, and it's time for another rather large area of exploration opportunity. Spent a while going through the normal flow of exploration, collecting Nornir chests, finding ravens, getting wrecked by frustrating enemy design.
You're on fire, Kratos. It will burn.
Come on, Kratos! The Alpha!
That one might be the most tilted I've been so far. We also had to clear out these hunter camps so Specky and Svanna, our wolves that pull our sled, could properly track the Norn's scent.
Incoming fire! Watch the fire! Left flank!
Right side, coming fire! You watch out!
Fire, right flank!
Incoming fire!
Kratos, their chieftain! Enemy behind you!
You're on fire, Kratos!
Kratos, being the hard, rough Spartan that he is, finally shows a softer side to his wolves, and their bond deepens, earning us a trophy. With all that done, we can finally seek out the Norns and learn of our son. We did start an important side quest on the way, at the internal campfire. Similar to the flowers, we just need to collect ingredients for a recipe. Ahead, we find a Kelpie that takes us down to the Norns underneath the lake. This is a great scene that really sets the tone and builds our character motivation for the next section.
You come to us, piteous archetypes, seeking freedom from your scripts, as if knowing your lines would grant you the power to rewrite them.
Speak plain.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
But you called him the destroyer of fate. There must be a way to subvert destiny.
There is no destiny, Puck. You are the sum of your choices, nothing more. And because your choices never change, you will learn that Heimdall intends to kill your son in Asgard, and you will do what you do best. And then Ragnarok.
The skies burn, the curtains fall. Exunt omnes.
Heimdall.
Again, he misses the point.
Focusing on the second act to the exclusion of the final. A common mistake in storycraft.
We are leaving.
He stomps away, followed closely by Freya.
I enjoyed your story, Kratos.
Knowing that Heimdall plans to kill Atreus, we surface from the lake. Freya grabs the nearby noose that Odin used to hang himself long ago. This will come into play later. An upgrade is then ready for the chain blades. And I discover the first of 12 berserker fights that we must conquer by the end of this playthrough. Honestly, other than the gank fights, like the triple berserker and the double berserkers, they're not too bad and actually quite fun. Each one builds upon the mechanics of the others and are rather well designed, adding something different to the fight each time. They also give really good relics and set pieces upon defeat. With our first victory achieved, it's time to head home and ask the dwarves for help killing Heimdall. As we head inside, we're stopped by Ratatouilles, the caretaker of Yggdrasil, the World Tree. He is distraught of the disappearance of Nidhogg, since she helped trim the tree and keep the realms from being destroyed. So admittedly, this is kind of a big deal. We agree to help seek out her children and return them to the tree. Finding all 6 is required for a trophy. Inside, the dwarves come up with the idea of making the weapon out of a self-replicating ring called Draupnir.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, little one.
Not a whole lot worth showing through here as we travel back through Svartalheim, making our way to the Forge. It is a nice section though, being able to travel with Brock again. It doesn't take long to reach the Lady of the Forge, and she crafts a beautiful spear. Perfect for a Spartan, and actually an awesome addition to Kratos' arsenal. They did a really good job designing this weapon in my opinion. Now with Brock's blessing, and our spear slick with dwarf spit, it's time to take it for a spin. It opens up a lot more paths for us to explore all throughout the realms. We find our first Lindworm, Nidhogg's child. We get some more side stuff to do before leaving Svartalheim, like finding Durlin's hammer, which is indeed a requirement for a trophy. I sail the bay, cleaning up a few things that the spear now allows me to reach. The dwarf's hammer is easily obtained though, and before long I'm getting my ass kicked by Begader the Feared before vowing vengeance, taking my frustration out on an old rival.
Enemy behind you!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Kratos, are you okay?
Eventually giving Durlin his hammer again. The streets of Nidavellir is now full of Asgardians, so we get some pretty big fights as I explore every nook and cranny.
Shake it off, man! You've got this!
Left side! Switching!
There's a lot of backtracking, and because of the way this game's map is laid out, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where something you're missing might be, so I spent quite a lot of time going through every path again, even if I didn't need to. Here's our first truly difficult berserker. Screw that shit for now. I also decided to go and give the Crucible a try, since I got the other half of the seed while traveling to Svartalheim. Grabbed another flower while I was here, and quickly realized that I wasn't ready for the trials yet. These consist of a series of challenges, each with a different win condition or restriction of some kind. I have no doubt a better or more experienced player could do these now, but I pretty much just left them for the end to make it less frustrating. I figured while we're out exploring, might as well make a pass through Midgard now that we got the spear. While there isn't a whole lot worth showing through here, I did make sure to get all the artifacts before leaving, as that's one of the collections we do need to fully complete for a trophy. Finally though, we are back home, showing Sindri the new spear. Everything is beginning to catch up with Kratos though, and seeing how they still don't have a way into Asgard. He heads into his room, strips off his gear, and once again, dreams of his wife. Back with Atreus and Asgard, it's time to hunt down the next mass fragment. Thrud, whom is Thor's daughter and someone Atreus has befriended while there, comes along with us this time. This time we're searching Helheim. Heimdall comes too, but he just fucks off until it's time to be a dick again.
Loki, watch out!
Compared to what we've been through for the last few hours of gameplay, this section is a breeze and relatively short. Reaching the end of the path, we come across an enormous chained wolf, and Atreus insists on freeing it, causing the creature to run off and begin causing chaos. What's worse is the mask is no longer glowing, indicating there's no peace there after all. Brood freaks out, Heimdall shows up, and we just barely get out of there without them killing each other. Back in Asgard, Thrud's pissed, Heimdall's delighted, and Odin's disappointed. Atreus learns that the wolf he released is called Garm, and it is capable of tearing holes in the realm, and if left to run wild will cause mass destruction of all the realms except for Asgard. Atreus is really feeling the weight of his mistake now, and his normal confidence fades as he is finally ready to go home. Odin obliges, but making him sadly leave Ingrid behind. Arriving home, we can see our handiwork already bleeding into the realms, with a tear right in our front yard.
No! It's you! Wait, it's you!
And our friends in a struggle to keep it at bay. Atreus quickly joins the fight.
Where's Father? Trying to find a way to you! Tell me when!
Until Freya requests our help with the spell to close the portal.
Father!
Off your back. Help Freya.
To the left! Headshot!
Whoa! They explode?
Is it over? No thanks to you.
Where is Atreus? What do I call you?
With the portal closed, Atreus explains everything, with even his closest friends shocked at his foolishness, with Kratos telling everyone to shut it and promising that we will fix this mistake. We also got the final version of Rage unlocked during that fight, earning us the next trophy.
Perhaps the squirrel does.
I need to speak with you at once. At once!
We then take the boy right back to Helheim, and now it's time for another awesome boss fight. The highlight of this area is Garm, and it doesn't take long until we chase down the creature. Atreus is insisting he can calm us so we don't have to fight, but after a failed attempt, Kratos refuses to take the risk and tells the boy it's time to put the beast down.
This is beyond reason, Atreus.
Watch out for those tanks! His chain's stuck in the ground! Hey!
Do not show mercy.
Finishing off Garm earns us a trophy. And now it's time to get the hell out of hell.
I thought you didn't believe in that.
It's not over yet. Garm comes back out of nowhere, and we're thrown right back into it.
Come on, through the hole in the floor. Where is he? Here we go again. Attack that spot on his neck. See it? Come on, stay down, stay down. Funky leap!
I can see that.
But the beast just keeps healing, and Atreus comes to realize that he must not have a soul, and this is where the light coming out of the wolf Fenrir in the beginning of the game comes into play finally. As unbeknownst to him at the time, Atreus had trapped his soul in his knife when the wolf died, and now he had an idea. Atreus plunges the knife into Garm in the hopes of transferring over the soul. After chasing down the fleeing Garm, we learn that it worked like a charm, leaving us with an enormous friendly pup on our side. Atreus hasn't completely righted his wrong, with there still being another 4 hell tears that Garm had opened across the realms, giving us another activity to hunt down. Once home, Atreus apologizes to the gang, but Freya is still upset that we are no longer planning to hunt down Heimdall, so she heads home to Vanaheim to help Freyr with the war effort there. The boy and I returned to Alfheim, and I got real stubborn with this berserker, managed to get it even though it was a bit of a high level.
Behind you! What's your life?
Oh man, I cannot even express how fast my heart was going at the end there. There's still another Berserker in Alfheim, but that's a double fight, so I'll return for that. We then head to Vanaheim to help Freya and her brother in their fight. But when we arrive at camp, it's empty save for Hildisvini, whom is actually the boar Atreus shoots in the beginning of the previous game. We learn that the celestial wolves are missing. Also, Freya and Freyr are in trouble with reinforcements from Asgard showing up in greater number than ever. Upon reaching Skull and Hati, we learn that a spell has cast them into a deep sleep, and we must break it to wake them.
Timed almost to grab this while I freed Garn.
Which it really doesn't take too long, and before we know it, night falls upon Vanaheim once again.
Elsa.
Also give us an item that allows us to change the time of day at will, using a celestial altar placed sparingly around Vanaheim. Returning to camp, Freya has returned, and she tells us that her brother has been captured, so Atreus goes with Hildisvini, and I join Freya to free her brother.
Behind you! Look out!
My dumbass somehow managed to mute the game audio right before the next badass boss fight though. Literally didn't have this issue any other time except for right before this fight. Luckily though, I kid you not, I just happened to get this part on the PC version on stream the same day that I was editing this video. So I'll just pull from that.
We're coming for you, Ingvi.
Completely giving away your position.
The burden is mine.
I can help.
Now, what you got? So aggressive, so angry. Have some life run on me. Really? You are the one who killed Baldur?
No.
Whoa! What did Guldo forever do to you? Come on, dumb animal! With your reputation, I thought I would at least break a sweat. Here! Oh, did you want some more? Having fun yet? Oh well, you and me then. Oh, wait! You expected the stick to... Ah! What the... I can feel your frustration. It is immensely satisfying.
What now, brother?
Despair remains our best chance.
Hey, careful! These are new braces. Like father, like son. Hilarious! The scion of the Aesir brought down by an old geezer's cane. Ah.
Ooh. You're bleeding.
Actually hit me. Slow down. I don't remember the last time anyone hit me. Nobody is coming here. Queen Mistletoe is long gone. It's just you and me, and that great head. Slow down.
That's not bullshit at all.
Slow it down.
Better not do bigger things like that.
You think you can bring down Asgard? Really? Oh, he is mad now, isn't he? Enough! Slow down!
Strike, brother!
Stop! Look! That's all this is!
Ooh, baby.
Oh, now I am definitely going to gut him.
Excuse me.
The Herald of Ragnarök! I am going to find that little mongrel of yours and beat his face into a pulp! My turn.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit as hell.
Slow it down.
I thought he got me. Not gonna lie. Just let me hit you one more fucking time. Okay, maybe more. Nope, you got that right. Okay. God.
Brother! Brother! This isn't who you want to be!
Killing Heimdall earns us a trophy. Nice. Now, going back to the footage of my first playthrough, we are off to help our allies, rushing headfirst into a huge battle.
back! Freya's there! We need to get him out of here!
I'll cover him. That's a big guy.
Nearby, we find Freyr and sling him over our massive shoulders. The whole gang makes their getaway.
Ow! Easy. To me. Follow. We, got company back here.
On your right!
Keep going. We're almost at the river. How about the Earl?
Of course. Ski spot near. Freyr's boat.
Eventually flying away in Freyr's boat, until once again we are hunted down, this time by Dragonkind.
No.
Causing one of our newest allies to make the ultimate sacrifice. Upon making it back to camp, Freyr ends up just giving us a super magical awesome flying boat, and this unlocks what I believe might be the largest area of the game, the crater. It's a tough and rather open area, with lots of high-end gear and materials that will really help boost our strength. I do spend the next few hours of gameplay there, getting my ass kicked for it, so strap in. One thing we discover upon our arrival is that Birger, the dude that jumped off the boat to take out the wyverns, is still alive as a flare is being shot up from the crater where he landed. The area is full of dragons. Some will just randomly come to mess with you while you're in the middle of combat. This area really is just no joke. Kratos also notices another frozen bull of lightning in the distance, reminiscent of the one he created with his fight with Thor. We will learn more about this soon. We get the first of the stags we must return to Yggdrasil. There's 4 in total, 1 for each season. We throw some crystals in this pond I found deep in the crater, and it spits out a nice armor set. Close by, we return the second stag. The 40th raven is found, 8 more to go. The dragon armor set is crafted, and a trophy earned.
That'll keep your bits in all the right places. On your left.
Switching arrows!
Attack the throat!
After conquering this badass dragon fight, we get the final lindworm nearby. rescue Birger as well as the stag, and then return to collect my trophy.
They look quite healthy.
I saw the dragon's offspring. Why?
With plenty of work to still do in the crater, I return. As we've been traveling, the story of the frozen lightning bolt has been slowly unraveling as we collect artifacts for these spirits. Apparently, Kratos' wife, who was the original owner of the axe, stood up to Thor long ago when he was sent here to take over, getting into a battle similar to Kratos. Just one more book of poems to go. After slaying the Dreki, we unblock the dam and flood the crater, opening up even more areas. The final health upgrade is now mine. The Stag of Summer is returned. On my journey, I did get the final piece of the amulet.
Eyes up!
I felt that one, brother.
Focus up!
Kratos' rage is now max as well. I was feeling pretty good at this point, as I'd been here a while, gathering new gear, lots of crafting materials, even got multiple weapon upgrades. So when I ran into another berserker and saw a purple health bar, I wasn't backing down. Until I backed down and decided to return later.
Incoming!
Rocket on the left!
Left right!
Last enemy!
Watch your right! Oh, he's on the other one.
With the last dragon down, the trophy is ours, so after many, many hours of exploring the creator, I finally return home to continue the story. We learn that Atreus plans to return to Odin and try and complete the mask so he can steal it and look into the crack himself. That way he can find the answers of how to save his father and stop Ragnarok. In a bid to trust each other, Kratos agrees, and once again, it's time to be Atreus. We get a quick visit with Fenrir and Angrboda, which she promises to look after him. Then we're off to Asgard. Luckily, Odin doesn't seem to be aware of his father's involvement in Heimdall's death yet, and we're able to slip right back into our old role of working for the Allfather, looking for the last piece of mask. By now, Atreus has worked out the proper translation, and we realize it's in Niflheim. Odin wants us to find Thor and take him with us once again. Thrud leads us to her father, whom is just getting trashed with the Einrihar. A tavern brawl ensues and we fight our way out. Thrud does her best to get her father to get his shit together. Her disappointment clear as day, but eventually he agrees to work with us. With a fresh realm to explore, we set off with the hungover god of thunder. This place is not very large, and there's little side stuff until returning here at the end with Kratos, so before too long we find the fragment. But Thor's wife Sif showing up to try and arrest Atreus for Heimdall's death makes everything go wrong. Sif turns Thor against us. Atreus uses a teleport stone that Sindri had given him earlier that would teleport him out one time, wherever he was, back to the World Tree. He even manages to get Odin's prized mask out of there with him. Now that short and sweet section is over, we're back to Kratos. Let's freaking go. So now we're pretty much on the final stretch of the main story from what I could tell, so I went back out into the realms to clean up more exploration. I grabbed ingredients and spent way too much time being stubborn and getting my ass spanked by these berserkers.
In my neck, stop. Brother, I'm tired of you. Chile, you all right? Come on, Kratos.
I then return all the ingredients to the Eternal Campfire and get a dish that permanently increases all my stats by 5. After looking around a bit more, I couldn't find much else, and by looking at the map, it seemed that there was still exploration that needed to be unlocked by progressing the story, so back to Sindri's I went. Tyr claims he knows a way back into Asgard all of a sudden, and is ready to lead their armies like prophecy said, but Brock's not buying it.
Earned it.
All you done was make passable dirt soup.
Brock, it's okay.
No, it ain't. This ain't right. All the pieces ain't welding together true. Like, what's with him calling you Loki anyway? You know that ain't his name. Hey! I'm talking to you! You never shut up!
Brock!
All the things.
Odin.
Let go of the boy and face me!
Tell your brother to throw me the mask and you've got a deal. Looks like war after all.
We're betrayed. Our BFF, Brock, has been stabbed in the heart and killed. And this was a crazy betrayal. Especially learning that it was Odin the entire time, and not that he replaced Tyr recently or something like that. My mind was blown, but playing this a second time, there's a lot of moments where you can understand why Tyr said certain things at times, like calling Atreus champion and starting the dividing argument earlier. Even Kratos is shook and orders the boy to follow him as he says they're done and going home. So we hunt. Kratos very quickly realizes, though, that they can't run away from this, and set out to find Sindri instead, finding him in Tyr's temple. Sadly, Sindri is not doing well, and he very much blames us. We leave him be and return home to prepare for war. Once home, everyone comes up with a plan to unite the realms and build an army, with each of our allies splitting up and going to a different realm. Our task is to head to Muspelheim, to convince Surtur, the last fire giant, to combine with his wife and turn into Ragnarok.
Hello.
We seek a fire giant. Go away.
What just happened? Another one?
Focus! He is the guardian of this realm. It is his right to defend it.
Why did it have to be double soul eaters, man?
You're on fire! But you probably already know that. Watch your right!
Surtur will only help as long as his wife Sinmara is not involved, so we must stab him in the heart with supercharged chain blades instead and create Ragnarok through purely just him. It's not going to be that easy though, because the Valkyries Hrist and Mist show up, and we must take him down.
Valkyries!
Odin must have sent them!
Now attack! Right behind him! You're mine, child!
Father, hurry!
feet.
Sister! Grant us the strength we seek in your name!
Back on your feet.
On your right! Incoming! Right side! Get out of there! Tremble! Tremble! Get away from him!
Definitely was a tough fight. I'm so grateful they put checkpoints between phases in this game. Looking down into the spark of the world, Surtur, who is now Ragnarök, assures us that he will come at the sounding of Gjallarhorn, the horn we took from Heimdall. Reinforcements from Asgard hound our step as we make for the gateway.
Right side!
But eventually we make it out and arrive in Midgard at our base camp as our allies prepare for war. Freya asks us to be her general, and after a night of sleeping on it and dreaming of his wife once more, he agrees.
I will be your general. I came to these lands to escape my past, to start a new life. I can hide no longer.
After a rousing speech, Kratos sounds Gjallarhorn, uniting the realms, and the big war has finally started.
Ready yourselves.
Quick side note, we learned that Ingrid was actually Freyr's sword, and I can't help but feel sad that Atreus doesn't get to keep Ingrid. As you can imagine, we have some big fights through here.
You have to use it.
War machines. We use them to breach the claw and strike the city with our allies.
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost. Watch your right.
From behind! Incoming!
We see the World Serpent locked in battle with Thor, the fated battle said to send the snake back before its own birth. A bit later, Ragnarok does come, and thanks to Sindri, the wall's defenses are destroyed. Atreus and Sindri work together to protect the Asgardian refugees getting caught in the crossfire. They end up winning Thrud and Lady Sif over to their side, after Odin is shown to be the true selfish monster that he truly is, caring only to further his own objective. Sindri then gets us through the flaw.
Control of it, brother!
I know!
Behind you! Look out!
Get back to your sister. You must hold back Ragnarok. This fight is mine.
But if I could just...
Take Atreus and the mask and do not look back. My son trusts you, so I trust you. Get away from her!
Dad, wait!
I am done with you and your son!
Round 2. Here we go.
And this son I'm allowed to kill you. We do not need to do this. We do. It's what we are. Won't be enough. I can take it. Can you? That it?
Thor, the lad seems to think you've changed. Prove it and stop this.
Talking's over. Wait and die.
You're what the All Father made you. You can choose to.
You all.
Come on, Kratos. Thor, think for yourself for once. The fire is falling apart.
Enough! Don't act like you know. You attack my daughter! No! I did not! You bring this to my home! To my family!
Come on, Kratos.
One of us dies today! Still won't be me!
Thor, this isn't what through.
Keep her name out of your damn mouth! Everything was fine before Loki showed up! He almost convinced me! Had me believing things could change! Thor, listen to me! You have nothing I want to hear! Odin does not shut the fuck up! Come on! Fuck are you waiting for? Your daughter. My son calls her friend. If you try to hurt her... I would not.
Kratos does his best to spare Thor, for the sake of his daughter.
Do that. You don't talk. You don't think. I think, you kill. It's a simple fucking concept.
I didn't want this.
But Odin, in full dickbag mode, kills his son, and we get right into battling the Allfather.
Dude, this was all their fault. They've done this to us, to our family. Looks like I gotta do everything around here.
Letty, your own son! You granddaughter! Why?
Rude's gonna be fine. I saved her. And Thor. That one's on you. You turned him against me. You turned them all against me.
He's Frank! He's Frank!
What good's a shield if you're not gonna use it?
And you just can't help yourself, can you? Destroyer. That's all you are. You'll never be.
Frank! Lyncha! Letty! Lyncha!
Odin, please! You can stop this! You can stop this! Just give me my map!
Sure!
Come to my land! Turn my family against me!
You started this fight!
No! This all started long before you showed up. You are a nobody. A plague, god, killer. This is what you wanted, right? No more!
Frank!
Come on, Kratos! Off your back!
He's Frank! Letty! Frank!
I don't believe this.
Frank! Letty!
This is not how it ends. I won't let it end this way.
He's Frank! Letty! He's Frank!
Was this everything you hoped for?
Not quite yet.
Freya uses the noose that she got earlier to bind Odin.
You have no hold on me anymore.
That's my Frigg.
Bow to your queen.
I always loved you, you know?
You've never loved anyone.
This doesn't last long though, and we get cast down into the caverns below. Everyone is momentarily separated and Odin tries to get his answers.
You did it, Loki. Put on the mask, Loki. Ask it the question.
This is your choice, son.
No! 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 Why did you do that? What was it all for?
You choose to be nothing! So be it.
Attack!
You've waited a long time for this, haven't you, Frigg? So have I!
Too late for that!
Fly!
Use your arrows!
Got it!
Driva!
Your arrow!
Got it!
3 against 1, and
Don't forget me, old fucker!
Your arrow!
Got it!
Driva! Driva!
3 against 1, and
Don't forget me, old fucker!
what did you call me?
That one was wrong!
Use your arrows!
Got it! Brooks!
You and your little vines!
Driva! Driva!
1. played your part. None of this would have happened.
What was it all for? Answer me, Loki!
What's it all for?
Use your arrow!
Got it!
Pointless!
This was our chance, Loki!
You have to stop. You can choose to be better.
No, I can't. I have to know what happens next. I will never stop.
Why'd you have to say that?
Atreus traps Odin's soul using giant magic, rather than kill him outright. But Sindri wasn't having any of it.
That's what comes next.
Although Odin is down, Ragnarok continues, and down comes his enormous fiery blade as it plunges into the rock of Asgard, and the destruction of the realm has finally begun. We wake up as Atreus and receive a gold trophy for the Odin fight. Atreus then seeks out his father, eventually running into him near Angerboda and Fenrir. Angerboda takes us to Atreus' shrine, which in the first game was destroyed, so we never got to see it. But we learned that his mother destroyed it, so they wouldn't know, and got to forge their own path. Atreus then tells his father he wants to leave to seek out more giant souls now. Kratos, having grown great trust in his son, accepts.
Son, you are ready.
So now we set off with Freya in the endgame. And since Asgard has fallen, all throughout the realms we have 10 different chunks of Asgard that have crashed down, strewing Einrihar and rubble, and a convenient loot chest giving us the highest tier materials. We also get a bag of seeds for the world tree, unlocking quite a few more portals to different areas of the realms. This game does a good job of just unlocking more stuff as you go, and even as we completed the story and the credits roll, we still have all this stuff to look forward to explore and do.
Still looking pleasant?
Most of these were rather easy to clear out, especially after everything we've been through so far, but the real challenge was only just beginning, as we have a few remaining berserkers, by far the toughest of the bunch, the Crucible and Gana. Single-handedly the hardest boss in the game by a mile for me. But before we get into all that, we have somewhere important to be. Doesn't feel like much of a reward this time.
But Father, fear. They're all for the troublesome. Still unpleasant.
I will break you!
Your end is near!
Watch your step! Watch your step.
Oh, dude. Oh.
What is its connection to
I can't even express how fast my heart was beating at the end there. What an awful fight.
There. That's got to be the last drop of wood.
Rot! Skilfa!
There we are. No more Drogadens, no more Hertha. Wheat circa the bold.
King Rolf will rise again.
Left flank.
Say goodbye. Ruby, Gregor, say
I returned to an old path to pick up the last of the poems. Also happened to be the last of the artifacts.
Shame that's the last of Kvasir's poems.
Why not write your own?
Been a while since I dipped my quill into the ink pot of poetry, but maybe it's time to try again. What wrong are the bearded?
Time for Kratos to make his trip to Niflheim, where we get another flower, next to the familiar keyhole of another berserker.
Indeed,
unairing.
The king will help us glory.
Careful, brother. You're covered in bifrost. Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
Yelpa.
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
More big bifrost.
With that, the last remnant of Asgard is completed. Within the foggy depths of a splintered chunk of Asgardian prison that landed in Niflheim, we find Tyr imprisoned, the real Tyr. Apparently Odin used this prison to keep alive people that he would potentially impersonate, because he needed them alive for some reason, as he did with Tyr. In a nearby cell, the 8th flower is picked. Then, in search of the final flower, Kratos makes his trip to Ironwood, where Angerboda still takes care of Fenrir. Nine realms in bloom complete. I made another trip to the wetlands of Svartalheim to close the last hell portal opened by Garm. I then finally set my sights on the Crucible. But seeing a new path opened, I decided to explore first. And I find the new Valkyrie Queen, appointed by Odin before his death.
Don't you see it's over? The All-Father is up. Yelpa! Rise! Rise! Soundstone! For Asgard! For Asgard! Unworthy!
This gives us a small taste of the pain that awaits for one of the hardest trophies. But for now, I leave to challenge the Crucible. First, we just have to complete 6 different challenges in the 3 side rooms. For the most part, we are more than strong enough to trivialize most of these. And each time we complete a challenge, we get a chest with high-end materials and even a new armor set. And these are repeatable, so you can farm these materials here if you want. Though, in order to reach each of the final fights, we will have to do a bit of farming anyway. But it's not too bad, since we can just keep doing whatever we find the easiest. I will say this one was rather annoying, having to kill 21 enemies by only knocking them off edges. The first 6 challenges done, we head back to the central area to start the final 6. We need to unlock the final fights by continuing to repeat the challenges in the previous rooms, and depending on the order we do them in, we'll unlock different final fights back in the central room. And I just so happened to unlock the Shield Breaker challenge first, which was probably the hardest one for me.
Protect yourself!
Behind you! Incoming! Right side, incoming! One left. Behind you! Look out! One left. You've done it. And what does the fort have to offer us?
Afterwards, I decided to fully upgrade the armor set that I got for the Ragnarök fight for the final mission. I didn't want to get into a situation, had to do some extra grinding in order to get the trophy for a fully upgraded set, so I figured might as well get this one since it's close. After a few smaller challenges, we unlocked the Ring of Fire.
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
Enemy to your left.
Behind you, incoming.
Keep an eye on that tail.
Behind you, look out.
Enemies on the left.
We then return to the smaller rooms to rinse and repeat.
Above you, look out!
Behind you, brother!
Disrupt his attack from the side! Behind you, Kratos! Enemy behind you!
Left flank!
This one just straight up requires us to kill 99 enemies.
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Fire at the back!
Enemy, left flank! Big ball of light coming your way!
It's too fast! Use your shield! The Alpha! Steady your guard!
Watch your right! On your left! Careful, brother! You're covered in bifrost! You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Attack! Enemies on the left!
Fire from behind!
Finally, after a few hours in the sweltering heat of Muspelheim, working my way through the trials, we are victorious. Now it's time to return and grind out this damn triple berserker fight, a task I am not looking forward to.
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
king remains.
The strength that was attained from the Crucible, though, really started to show. At this point, all my weapons were maxed. I equipped the Berserker set, and now it's time to challenge the King. This fight takes everything we learned from the previous Berserkers and cranks it.
You can't have it.
Come on, Traitor! Off your back!
Oh, let's go, man. What a fight. Holy shit. But the fact that we don't have 3 enemies at once spamming us down really makes it a nice treat. So even though it was difficult, it wasn't nearly as bad. And with the next golden trophy attained, there's only one last difficult thing to seek out. The Queen of the Valkyries. Thankfully, we got an insanely good relic though for defeating the king, and with all the power increases we got lately, I'll at least stand a bit more of a chance than when we first tasted her power earlier. I did realize though that I never crafted this shield, so I quickly grabbed the Phalanx trophy. Oh yeah, and we can't forget the Raven Keeper. Kind of a dumb fight, especially as a reward for freeing all 48 ravens. It's just another revenant, one of the worst enemies. But there is a dragon fight that comes in at the end, which is fine. The dragons are cool.
Well done, brother. Clearly the ravens, the children, appreciated it well.
Then after that was done, I realized I must be missing another hill, since the Keeper's Hill still didn't get the trophy to pop, so a quick Google search shows that I missed one down in the prison, where we found the real tier. So I quickly returned there.
Why, that's the dwarven sound device simply used during the Battle of Ragnarök. You might still find use for it yet.
And now it's time to challenge Gana, and I will not be leaving until we're victorious.
Careful, brother. You're covered.
Kneel! Up already? Getting someone?
Careful, brother. You're covered.
Done! Kneel! Don't you see it's over? There's no need for this! Rise! Rise! Soundstone!
Asgard's blood is on! Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Submit! Submit! The Alpha! Bathe in fire! It's sigil magic! We've both been blinded by Odin! It doesn't have to end this way! The Alpha! Asgard's blood! Kneel! Rise! Rise! The Alpha! For Asgard!
Submit.
Oh, I felt that one, brother.
Submit. Submit. Power before me. There can only be one true submit. Asgard's blood is on you. Kneel. For Asgard. Suffer as I have. Now it's just you and me. For Asgard! For Asgard! Rise! Rise! Asgard's blood is on! I'll tear you apart! For Asgard! For Asgard! For Asgard! Kneel! Asgard's blood! Submit!
You would judge me. You finish it.
Yes, sister.
Oh, let's go. What an awful fight. There it is. Let's go. We did it. The bear and the wolf. We still got to do the Valhalla DLC, but I'm going to do a separate video for that. Ooh, the milestone reached. 127. Ooh, the queen's armor. Oh, cool. Looking good, Freya. That was probably one of the toughest, fastest paced, and most punishing fights I've ever seen in a game. That was nuts and incredibly frustrating in the moment. But with victory at hand and the platinum achieved, I can safely say that even with its extreme frustration at times, this is firmly cemented as one of my favorite games of all time. I spent way too much time on this video, and I regret nothing. I'll be playing plenty more, including making a video on the Valhalla DLC next, which I'm super excited to check out. I'll be doing that on the PC version, probably on stream. And I've also just started playing the original God of War already, so you can expect that for the next Platinum video, hopefully in just another week or two. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more Kratos, and I hope you have a great day.